Good morning, good evening, and good night, wherever you are. And welcome to Requiem for London Chronicles, the City of Martyrs. And we begin our scene with a banshee group assembling, forming around Highgate Cemetery, a place that was once controlled by the Sanctum of London, a place that holds many secrets, many hidden truths. As our players enter this cemetery, as they explore and examine their surroundings, they are met with a scene of death, a scene of many graves and tombs that scatter around, many hidden paths, many mausoleums that seem to create a labyrinth-like maze that surrounds this place, this area. And as they examine and look, they smell and sense the dead around them. Very strong stench of decay and misery. But we will zoom in on our characters as they explore this area, this scene, while 10 other individuals sort of follow them.
So where would Aidan be then?
Oh, sorry, he was asking me where Aidan would be. At the moment, let's just simply say you're kind of walking down this path that's going towards the main entrance of the Sanctum. It's a good few, like 100, 300 feet further forward. But it'll take you a while to get there. And there's many hidden paths. It's nighttime, it's very dark. The moon is lit, so there is a bit of moonlight shining here and there. And you're walking in between these kind of mausoleum doors. This mausoleum sort of tunnel system leading towards the main entrance of the Sanctum entrance.
Have you ever been here before?
Yeah?
Have you ever been here before?
No.
Nor have
I have not.
Nor have I. Although, if you've not been around graveyards that long, somewhere like this, your banshee senses should be kicking in round about now. There's been a lot of death around here.
Feel a tingly sensation that I don't think is the moon.
Yeah, well, the moon's bad enough, but
So, what exactly is the plan here?
we're going to meet up with Jonathan. Have you met Jonathan before?
Briefly, I would say.
Well, he's your father's ghoul, and he's been around for pretty much about the same time as me. So as ghouls goes, he's very, very old and very, very powerful. So he's not equal to a kindred, but treat him with a mediocre amount of respect.
Yeah, definitely.
And from what I can gather, we talk to him and he tells us the plan. But let's find the bastard.
Alrighty. She's just kind of following after him.
As you proceed to the kind of rendezvous point, a family mausoleum that you're told to meet at. They have a map or some instructions telling you how to get there. And it's kind of just off the grid to the main entrance where the Sanctum is. And as you proceed, you get close to the Sanctum, you can actually see what looks like this massive church that's kind of being built in the middle of this kind of graveyard. It seems to be built right on top of where the Sanctum structure used to be or is underground. And it's under construction, this church. It's being built. There's scaffolding up. There's sort of massive amounts of sheets that are covering the building. But it's all very quiet because it's quite late at night. The workers have obviously gone home. You see a few lights that seem to be sort of lighting the sort of place. It's quite an epic scene. It's quite a large sort of scene. And yes, that banshee tingling comes in, that smell, that sensation that you can't quite control. It's your beast sort of as if in a mesmerized trance, sort of leading towards those lost souls, the ones with regrets, with pain. And as you move through the mausoleum, you sense them all around you. You sense them all over. the loss, the anger, the frustration, the confusion sometimes overwhelms you, and you know there are ghosts around. You know there are spirits around. You sense them. They may be hidden from your eyes, hidden from the mortal realm, but you sense them. Sometimes they go past you, sometimes they go through you, but definitely there. And just that mournful crying and moaning seems to be echoing around mostly.
As they're walking and they can sense all the spirits that are dead around them, Aidan will just lean in next to his niece of the blood and say, best be careful. Even though you can sense them, don't let them know it, because you can't see them, you can't hear them. But if they think they know that you know they're there, they'll follow you around like a fucking disease, and you won't get rid of them. So only let them know when you want them to know.
Okay. She's trying to like just keep herself composed.
You're very on edge. I mean, your PC is very. It's getting under your skin. You've experienced this before, but not on this scale, not on this sort of massive level before. And it's as if you're in a crowded room, even though there's no one there. It's quite a lot of space, but you just feel that sort of claustrophobic kind of feeling coming over you. But you're still in control. You're still in control. But as you both proceed, you get to the rendezvous point, and as you go further into this sort of mausoleum, it is covered. It's always mausoleum gravestones for a distant time. It's all overrun with like these ancient trees and plants that seem to have been growing there for centuries. And yes, that sense of these ghosts and entities wandering around with like mouths filled with regret and vengeance on their lips. You just hear whispers of this. And as you get closer, you do find 10 men. They seem to be chilling out. A few of them are playing on their phones. Another one seems to have like a lantern or bright light set up. Another one you see like checking like a weapon or an assault rifle of some kind, cleaning and maintaining. And amongst all these figures, you see Jonathan, the ghoul of the hound, a very, very harsh, very rough individual. Simple, but quite bright at the same time. And then as you emerge or appear, he instantly sort of bows to both of you. And the group actually get up and kind of do a bow. This is a respectful term for chosen of the banshee, as they call it.
Hello there, Jonathan. It's been a long time. How you been doing?
Master, it's been a long time. It's good to see the brother, the hound, amongst us. I didn't think you'd be here for a good fight, surrounded in your books as you usually are.
Well, you know I'm more of a lover than a fighter, but sometimes when the hound tells you to do something, you do what the hound tells you.
A sentiment I understand for my life, at least. It's good to see you. He kind of, he doesn't touch. It's as if he's about to touch you, like your common like friend, but then thinks more on it, and then actually just gives you a nod. Now, it's good also to see you, child of the hound. Respect to the daughter of his.
Good to see you too. Sorry.
What's going on in your...
One of the ghosts make a wailing noise in the background. A goat, long lost.
Oh my god. Let's just turn that off here really quick. My bad.
So he looks to you and goes, it's good to see Astrid, the child of the hound, amongst us. We're ready for your frenzy and battle face.
Yeah, I was just going over with my dear uncle what the plan is. But he said to wait for you. What is the plan?
Well, I have to report the hound gave me strict instructions to help and support you in any way, but our role and job is to retrieve the gold once you find it.
Got it.
You still got the same number that you had before, haven't you, Jonathan?
Sorry, what was that? The same number?
Phone number.
Oh, yeah. He nods and just simply says, hi, master. We got the same. I got the same number. I've instructed to give you this as well. And he gives you like a radio or communications device.
Okay.
It's very powerful. It's like a big radio. It should get through all the static, through all the underground tunnels. And he shows you the channels to like click in and out and like, where the code.
Oh, it's like we're in Stranger Things. Have we got bikes as well?
Yeah. You know, he gives you like the code words to say to communicate with each other. Certain words like there's danger, threat, found the location. You know, he gives you all the details. He's done. Obviously, it's weird. He comes across like this absolute brutish grunt, but he really does seem to know what he's doing. And there is kind of a military sort of training to it, very precise. So he informs you. He tells you all the details. But he says, "Well, but apart from that, it's entirely up to you how we proceed, Master.
Well,
it is quite heavily fortified. We've already examined the front entrance.
Well,
there's at least 4 armed guards out there front.
There's 4 armed fucking guards.
At least they seem to have a communication den or guardhouse, and the main door seems to be secured. I mean, the boys can probably break in, but depends on the noise we make.
Well, it's probably best if we can kind of do this as quietly as possible, but I think it's going to end up being in some kind of fight.
I did want to ask you something, boss. There's something creepy about this place. Now, you know me. I don't.
Graveyard. Why is there not to be creepy about it?
I've created graveyards over the years, but this place is something tingling in my bones. I just I know the master tends to be sensitive to this stuff.
This is Highgate, Jonathan. Have you ever heard of the Highgate fucking vampire?
He gives you a raised eye as if he doesn't want to be insulting because you're quite high. Banshee clan. I didn't mean no offense. I just merely I don't know such things. I'm a simpleton myself.
In the 70s, it seemed like one of our kind got a little bit careless, and ended up being some kind of semi-public hunt for him. It was in all the newspapers. At night, loads of kind came over the fucking walls and scoured the cemetery to try and find a fucking vampire. Some people claim they even found a burnt-out skeleton in the end. No one really knows. Although there is 2, well, I suppose they call themselves hunters, but they're more like fucking crackpots that argue about what actually happened to this day. So something was here, and we know those fucking godbothers were here as well.
They seem to be really focused on fortifying themselves in there. It's all under construction. I'm sure there's probably some gaps or something or ways in, but me and the boys haven't gone any further, and we've been given strict instructions to wait and, well, that you proceed.
Well, look, let's say that myself and Astrid here, we go and have a little look inside, and if we can find the gold, we call you, and if we can try and make the job easier for you, then that's good.
That sounds fine to me. Give us the word, and me and the boys will be in there 10 minutes flat.
Fine. You're giving us a combination for your walkie-talkie. That should do. If not, I'll WhatsApp call you if worse comes to the worst, if I can get fucking data down here.
I'll keep my WhatsApp open for you, boss. And with that, he sort of just turns around to the group and like beats his chest slightly. And he says, "Time to get your banshee war faces on, boys," as they all kind of gesture or smash their fists onto their own chests. It's a very war party gesture to do.
And Aidan will go to Jonathan and just whispering to his ear, Are these gentlemen to be trusted?
Oi, they fought for the family for many years. 3 of us are blooded, 2 Gould, the rest are wanting to join up.
Fine, that's good enough for me.
Good Irish family, boys.
I don't give a fuck if they're from Pakistan, as long as they do their job properly.
Rightio, boss. Rightio. Again, he knows not to speak up or say anything. I would say he even has like a little cap or a hat that he sort of takes off as he's speaking to you, and then as soon as you walk away, he puts it back on. There's a real sort of feeling, Lewis. You probably know this more than NPC. There's that feeling of like the countryside farmer about him, that sort of old school, sort of obedient peasant. It's just something about him that gives off that kind of feels like he's in the Charles Dickens novel. It's just that feeling about it. So you carry on, and so we'll go to our two kindred as they examine the graveyard.
So, Astrid, what do you think we should do?
Well, I mean, you guys were talking about a fight, and I got a little excited.
I'm sure you're gonna get some.
That's why I kind of just. That's why I kind of just like shut my mouth. It's just like, no, not yet. Don't get the boys too riled up. I mean, do a little recon. Aside from there, take a look around first.
Fine then. Let's skirt the perimeter of this place and see if there's a back way in.
Yeah. So we don't have to go through the front door.
Well.
So we can kill those guys last.
Well, I'd rather not face 4 guys with weapons head on. Thank you very much. You can go first when that happens.
Sounds good.
Okay, so you proceed further to examine, to explore, and you are in darkness, so you are sort of surrounded in shadow. Sort of a slight mist seems to form around you or around the cemetery as you get closer to Highgate, and you do see before you the infamous the sanctum entrance, the mouth of Hades, door of Oblivion. It's been given many names over the years. And in front of it is like a sort of guard sort of area or control room that seems to have radio and equipment outside. There is a kind of a metal fence as well that surrounds the front entrance. And you do see guards. It seems to be 4 guards that are sort of patrolling on and off around this entrance. The entrance itself, it seems like the path has been deliberately made into a sort of a road. And you see lots of mud tracks, as if they've kind of been moving a lot of stuff in and out. A lot of logistics has been going on or happening around here. But yes, you do see before you like 4 armed guards. They seem to be armed with pistols and basic kind of like, not flak armor, but basic kind of body protection. And they seem to be unaware of you and somewhat relaxed. They seem to not care. And of course, around them are loads of banners, symbols of the enlightened. Join up now, recruitment, faith, power through faith, power through religion. All these sort of symbols and images seem to scatter around the entrance. And this is what you see before you. And something will happen, but now the characters are back.
Alrighty.
So while the characters react.
Well, she's looking at the banners like join up now and everything, so it's just like, okay, so this is just going to become a new, maybe headquarters.
Possibly.
Like, or recruitment center.
Possibly. They seem to be quite well organized.
And they're expanding.
Well, for all we know, these guys are following the angel's direction, so no wonder they're quite enthusiastic about it.
Okay. 4 guards, pistols, light armor.
You, Emily, you do think in your head you could take these guys out. So that's just in your head. You fought that sort of type before, and you know you could take them all down.
Confidence is key.
Confidence and dice rolls, of course, are always key. But this is a situation you could take these guys out. That's what you would think. That's what the beast is kind of. The brawler in you is kind of emerging slightly. But as you kind of both sat there thinking, suddenly that banshee feeling overwhelms you both. It's as if something is watching you. Something has realized your presence and sees you. And it's a powerful entity, a powerful feeling. But whatever the controller, the maintainer, the spirit in charge seems to have recognized your presence and is aware of you. And you can feel that on the tingling of the back of your spine. And this is a mournful spirit, as bad as any.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Just to give you the hint, guys. Just to give you the guys the hint, hidden spirits or hidden. You may unleash your beast
I was thinking of that. We can unleash the beast to try and get them out.
Well, I just want to inform you that. But unfortunately, Lewis, you feel this pull. It's that banshee pull. You've always felt before. You're more experienced. So you resist it.
Yeah.
Quiet down. But Emily, you are actually you're more drawn to it, and as if there's something wrong, something you need to complete, a task that needs to be complete. And it's that glazed look of many banshee have had of being lost in the morn, lost in the rhythm, the music of the damned.
We've got business to do, Astrid. No, don't listen to some fucking dead person trying to get your attention. No.
For our viewers, we've done all the roles before the scene, so we're just saying it out.
I know what I signed up for.
You know who you signed up for. So this is happening. So I'm going to take control over Emily, your character, just for a moment. As you kind of get up, and Emily, you're going to start walking towards the entrance.
Shit. Oh, okay.
As you're drawn to it, as if there's something you need to do there, as if something you need to complete. So primarily,
of course, I'm just gonna voice like in the back of my head, just going, no. Bad beast, bad.
Astrid, what the fuck are you doing, Astrid?
So Lewis, up to your PC. What does he wish to do? Or how does he?
It's like, oh, for fuck's sake! And can I, as Astrid is basically got the glossy-eyed looking eyes, and he's been around long enough that he knows this is kind of like the downside of the up and the downside of being a banshee. You can sense these creatures, and it's part of the whole mythos around the clan. But the downside is sometimes it can get hold of you, and sometimes they can get hold of you literally as well. So he will just start to see Astrid glaze over and walk towards the door. He'll swear to himself, and then he'll just try and sense where this entity is, and then he'll try and unleash his beast to try and snap it out, so he can at least see it, or just like say like, "What are you doing? Stop!" It's like,
you've got a few moments. She's doing it very slowly. She's getting up very slowly and walking very slowly, as if
cool. Yeah,
something is controlling her. Something is kind of animating.
Unleash the beast to actually see what's controlling her.
Right, we'll unleash the beast. You may roll. Ooh,
I've not done this before.
I know. It's you choose which one you want to use. So it can be your strength, your intelligence, your presence, and I think you plus with your blood potency, and that's the dice roll. See what happens. And there are extras if it's repeating ground.
Could you please tell me the page if you've got it up quickly?
Hold on. I'm just looking for it right now. Hold on. No big bloody page of it. Suggested feeling modifiers. Yeah, if you can find it as well, that'd be lashing out. Here we go. So lashing out, blood potency, 5 pounds as a physical point. Oh, so it requires a point of willpower.
Yeah.
If the character's blood potency is lower, then that would be the other one. I know that doesn't matter because this is an entity and your blood potency is higher. So roll the appropriate power attribute plus blood potency, and this will be contested. So it'll be a minus because it'll be minus the creature's object. So we'll say -3. So we'll say it's your power attribute. So whether how you want to unleash the beast, that's either for your intelligence, like reveal yourself, I know that, or your strength, and you just simply lash out with the inner beast. Strength, or your presence, like you manipulate it, come out. Right?
Okay.
So it's all about how you wish to proceed. And usually
it's chat.
He's basically going to go. He'll use presence, so he's basically kind of like just go into himself and just like beam out the presence, like fucking look at me, you dead fuck. And spend a point of willpower and to do it, and I'll spend another point of willpower to get more success.
Your blood potency is higher than the one the essence of the one using the ability. So you don't have to spend your power point.
So what I'm actually rolling, because my blood potency is free. So
roll your presence.
Yeah, so
Plus
presence
your
is
blood
free.
potency. Plus an extra 3
6.
dice because of your willpower.
9.
Minus 3 because that's the entity's
6. So three 10s. Okay, so
oh wow, 2 10s. Yeah, you get 2 extra dice.
Whoop.
Emily's
Sweet.
not going to die yet.
Not yet.
3 successes.
Three
That's
successes.
good.
10, 10,
So
and 9.
because you do this in a way, you unleash your beast. You tell the presence there to reveal itself. Describe it. In what way? Because it's manipulating.
It's going to do presence. So it's a bit like awing someone. Like if when you look at a mortal and you awe them, and then after you awe them, you you basically kind of layer up the awe.
It's you're seducing the entity to come near you.
Pretty much. So
as you do that, as you unleash the breath, like there's something here.
So it's like this, like almost like it's trying to unleash like a majestic glow, as it were, to try and get this spirit's attention. Like come on, look at me, listen to me. What's you doing, my Astrid? Come on.
And as you do that, every time you stop, Astrid's piece, it just stops or moves very slowly, and everything around you moves slightly slowly, and everything goes a bit foggy as this entity is revealed. And it's this, you can't quite make focus of it. It's a kind of very lanky, sort of small individual that seems to be carrying this sort of spade or shovel in a bucket, and it simply looks to you quite deeply. And it whispers in that deathly tone that pierces your thoughts and your mind. What do you want with the dead?
What do you want with the walking dead, such as my Astrid over there?
She belongs in the ground. She belongs in us. She must be.
Not yet.
Her grave is as deep as her sins. Deep in the ground she must go.
Well, can that please just wait until after tonight? It's like, come on, Charlie.
So this entity's like confused, and it's again, you've seduced it. It's kind of intrigued by you. Oh, your sins are just as long, just as deep.
How's
But it sort of murmurs. Carry on.
Listen, what's your name?
Her name long gone with time. The grave digger, they called me.
Well, grave digger, you've been around lots of kindred, I assume. So you've been around a lot of sin. More than her, more than me. And as far as we intend to do, we're going to come back and take over this place. So you're going to have your chance to put us all in the ground. But not yet. Let us do what we're going to do tonight. There's probably more sin over there, and you can actually have a lot of fun in a couple of hours, or like even less than that. You're going to have more friends joining you. So we're going to come back. We're going to be here.
So you offer me to dig fresh grave.
If we give you other graves to dig, would you leave Astrid alone?
Her soul is weighty and heavy, deep it grows. The foes, the mortals you seek in their souls are light. Many will cost to trade.
Fine. Then we will give you many souls.
I ask for 10 souls for the trade of this. 10 souls.
10 souls you have my word on it.
Go against this word, I'll find thee, banshee. Find thee, screamer of the dead.
You won't have to worry about that, gravedigger. Just let my companion go, and you'll get your 10 souls.
I spit on my shovel and agree to the terms. So it is, so it will be, as it is above and as it is below. With that, it kind of, the fog and mist lightens or comes up, and as if this mesmer is gone. And Astrid, you suddenly you just awaken, or you realise you're just in the middle of the road about to walk to this guard fence.
Ah, shit.
Do you remember any of that?
Like, David, do I?
You just remember like a calling to sleep, calling to a restful, wonderful sleep, as if you're really tired and you just wanted to go to bed. And that's the feeling that came over you. It's as if the bed was in Highgate Cemetery. It made perfect sense at the time, but now suddenly you kind of awaken and you just go, what?
Apparently I needed a nap.
You were
And I
taken
thought
over.
Highgate would be the... Was I? God damn it!
You were taken over by a spook, my little niece. And it wants to put you in the ground. Says your sins are long and deep.
Oh.
But
yeah, probably.
well, we can put it to, well, we can leave it away for a little while if we give it 10 souls to instead of yours. So it seems like there will be some death tonight. Otherwise, you're going to be not coming out of this place.
Okay. So, plan change?
There's no point being a ball in a china shop. We should still try and sneak in, but unfortunately, those poor fuckers at the front, they're going to be dead by the time the sun comes up.
Yep. Okay. Oh, it just kind of shakes herself out of it, just like, come on. Get back in the game. And just looks back over to the gate, thinking, okay, so we're going to try sneaking past them?
Let's try and find a way through, and then find the gold, and then we start giving the gravedigger his tally.
Got it.
Okay.
Wait, it was a legit gravedigger?
From what I could see, he's spouting his
God
shovel.
damn it.
Apparently that means the deal's done, so let's go.
Okay.
As you proceed to kind of examine the area around the front entrance and around the sides, you will need to do a roll just to see what you can find. And I'm going to make this it's quite dark. Depends how you want to do it. It's either intelligence or wits plus survival or occult. And you may roll those dice, but with -2.
Well, I'm going to do intelligence and occult to try and work out perhaps if there's a way through the graves or the tombs, or if there's anything I can see that can help us like get in and get through.
Okay, so that will be with -2. Emily?
I'm going to do the same roll since I don't have anything in survival.
Oh, okay. So occult. Oh, wow, both occult. Okay. So roll them bones. -2.
Well, I've got, so it's intelligence 2, occult 3, so I've got 3 dice 10. Because
I got
-2.
One dice. Okay, roll them and see what happens.
Come on.
Oh, for fuck's sake! I keep putting the. I don't put a space between the things.
Doesn't quite work, but there you go.
Here we go. D space 3
Space.
B space D10. Here we go.
Oh, 110.
Yes, I've got a 10, so I explode. 1 space D10.
Oh, another 10.
Definitely a... Oh, jeez.
1.
You're using up all your 10s, man. Don't do
1
it.
space D10. 9. Wow.
That's 3 successes. That's really good.
Christ.
That's very good, man. So I have to give you that. You see, Emily, Astrid, you walk around, you're not sure. It's a graveyard, there's lots of graves, there's lots of occult symbols everywhere. Some of them mean something, some of them mean something else. It's too much. Ahmed, Lewis, your character, your PC, it's
Aiden.
Oh, it's like Aiden, sorry. Oh, Ashton and Aiden. Right. You look around and you see 2 very potential openings. You see the church itself, and actually you recognize the way the church is built, similar sort of religious fashion or fashion. You always know they build ways to get into like the underground via the church. And church looks quite abandoned at the moment. So that just comes to your mind. That comes to your head. The other thing is, as you're thinking about that, you see before you like a strange sort of symbols or markings on the wall in front of you. And as you look, you see all this at a certain angle. All the symbols merge into this one face, a figure of a skull with like a cross going through it. And you instantly recognize, this must be another way through, another way in. And as you look, you see like a symbol of a giant spade, giant sort of digger's spade that seems to be just below where the skull is. And this seems to be a doorway or an entrance, but you're not sure how to get through it.
So what is it? Is it a tomb or a wall? Or
it's on the wall. It seems to be a plain, simple wall, but there's this kind of image of this skull, and it's all about the angle you look at it and the symbols and a sort of translation, and it sort of says grave digger's entry, grave digger's entrance.
And Ada's gonna look at this and go, how long has it been since you've dug down with your hands?
Too long. Why?
This may come to nothing, but just do what I do. And Aiden's gonna get on his knees and dig at where you've got the symbol and you've got the shovel, and he's just gonna try and see if he can get down, like try and move the earth or try and dig down to see if there's anything underneath the actual symbol on the ground.
As you dig, we won't do any rolls because that's fine. As you dig, you find more wall and a bit more wall. As you dig more and more and more, it takes you a while. It takes you a good couple of minutes.
Fucking hell.
As you do this, you do find a crack, kind of a crack through the wall. It seems to lead to the other side of it. And it seems to have more roots and earth and sort of plants blocking the way. It'll take some time to get through it, but you think this is a way in. It seems to be heading in the general direction of where you need to go.
What do you think we do, Astrid? Do you think we go through here, or do you think we go through the church? At least we know this is a way in. It may take some time, though.
This might be something to investigate further, but I'll check the time really quick. What time is it?
It's quite early, nighttime wise. The sun's not going to come for a good couple of hours. We've already spent quite a bit of time digging this up. I'm not sure how much more time you're going to need. And there is that feeling in you of once the sun is up, you're fucked. So, entirely up to you.
If we get this place, we'll investigate further.
Sorry, I didn't hear this. Sorry, Emmy.
If we get the place, we'll investigate further. I'll come out here with shovels, even.
So you're saying we leave this for now and come back later? Or
yeah. Let's get the gold.
We'll go for them.
Please, father figure.
Let's go and look at the church then. Come on.
Okay.
Okay. As you head towards the church, or look towards the church, you kind of have to climb over like a fence, some barbed wire, to kind of get in the church area. The church area is just like above the highgate entrance, the Hades Mouth entrance. And it seems as if they're going to build something very vast, very huge and large. But it's all very early production. And it seems to be nice sort of tastes or textures, very old school style, but very modern new equipment. And you see like warning signs, like, enter under construction. You see lots of construction equipment and vehicles scattered around. The floor is very muddy and wet and heavy. And before you load of scaffolding and structures. But Lewis, you know for a fact that most churches always have like a back entrance way into the catacombs underneath, some sort of path via some sort of way.
Well,
where it is,
growing up and being forced to be a good Catholic boy when he was younger, he'll follow the route of the church.
And as you do, you find a place where you think it would be. This seems to be the back area, the main area, the central hub of the church. and you do see the area, but it seems to be under the protection of just merely 2 guards.
Okay, I feel better with those odds.
So, what do you think, Astrid? Want to sneak or rush?
Hold on a second. Let's see.
I'm possibly thinking, because you're saying with celerity how it works. If you activate it, you can move twice as fast.
You could actually attack both of them at the same time.
Okay.
If you wanted to.
Well, you said there's 2 guards, aren't there?
There's 2 guards, so technically you could probably take both of them out in one go if you activate one celerity. Depending.
I was thinking of maybe if we both take a guard each and we both basically just basically get in their faces before they even know we're there and just try and take them down.
Does it help I also have fleet of foot?
Yes, your fleet would give you a plus dice to this because it depends how you want to do it. Are you literally going to run at them, jump at them, knock them out, or are you going to try and stealthily get near them and try?
I was actually thinking of activating celerity so I could run twice as fast and just like charging out to one of them.
Right. Yeah, that's fine. No, you'll be really quick as you do this, and I think
the whole point is by the time they see me, I should be in his face, hopefully.
If you both wanted to do that, that's fine, and we'll represent that.
Do you think that sounds like a good plan?
Yeah, that sounds like a good plan.
It represents that you've just literally just bashed into these 2 guys super fast, and we'll see what the dice rolls are, but they may not have time. They won't have time to react. So you'll definitely have first initiative.
Okay.
Both of them. Definitely, you'll go before the guards because you're going so quick at them.
So, but that mean that's a blood point spent, though, isn't it, to actually activate?
It's a blood point each, though. Yeah, for that turn. But you may spend another 2 blood. Oh no, whatever your blood pool, blood potency allows. Because I think Lewis, you may spend 3. Emily,
I just want to act. I think twice as fast is probably good enough. I just want to just activate.
Entirely no, but you may spend it to up your strength. You may.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. The more blood points you can spend per turn, the more stuff.
Well, then I will basically spend 1 for celerity and then another 2 to up the strength.
Oh wow!
So
okay.
I go from strength 2 to strength 4.
It's for each blood point you spend, you plus 2 to your strength.
Oh, strength! Shit.
That's what I'm saying. It's a lot. That's a lot.
So 6, yeah. Taking this motherfucker down.
So we'll work that all out in a second. Let's just say you're both going to go for these characters. We'll simply go with Emily because I think you'll.
As we sit there, we crouch, and I go. So, it seems like you've been what's the word I'm thinking of? Spoiling for a fight. So here we go. Let's take these cunts down. I'll go for the one on the left. You go on for the one on the right.
You got it.
Just rush them. Take them. And remember, we need them dead so you don't end up underneath the fucking shovel.
Oh no. No worries.
And like I said to Jonathan, I am a lover, not a fighter, so if I'm in trouble, save my fucking ass, won't you?
Got you.
Cool, good.
I got you, Uncle.
Well then, on a count of 3. 1.
Alright, 1,
2.
2.
Gosh.
Whoosh! And it's like seeing 2 like 100-meter athlete running at literally twice the speed. It's like a blink of an eye. And literally these 2 guards kind of hear something or they notice something and they look and they see you in the distance from like the sort of the spotlights that are scattered around the area. But suddenly they're like, who are those 2 people? And then as soon as they said that, you're right in front of them. You literally just spontaneously appear in front of them and act out your actions. They don't even have time to kind of grasp or try to get for their weapon. So we'll go to be both characters. So we'll say Lewis is your day. So Lewis, we'll say you go first. So what would your characters brawl?
Strength 6 brawl 2, so that's 8 dice. So I'm just going to lamp him in the face.
All right, so roll 8 dice. And we'll see what happens. By the way, if you aim, because they're wearing sort of armor, if you aim for their head, I would.
Have they got helmets on?
No, they wouldn't have. They don't. They maybe have hats, but not helmets. They're not military. They're average kind of security guards. You could aim for their face, and if one success, I'll definitely rather that you've knocked them out.
Well, I'm going to go for his face, essentially.
But it'll be -2. -2 to
Okay, so then it's going to be 6 dice.
We'll see how many successes you get. If you get quite a few, I'd say definitely.
So 6. I'll get nothing.
No, unfortunately, you're spontaneous kind of, and you put in a really powerful punch.
I know. And he just looks at me like, hello.
As you go through his head, it doesn't quite do it. It just doesn't quite do it. It completely misses. And we'll go to Emily as your character does the same thing. I'm assuming you're going to try and either hit him or punch him or grab him, whatever you want to do.
Yes. So doing the same. So I have strength 3.
So strength plus brawl plus your vigor if you have it.
6.
And you may
7.
spend 1 extra blood point if you want to up your strength.
Okay, so 7 plus the blood point. So what would that put my strength up to?
If for each blood point you spend, it pluses 2 to your attribute. So this would be +2 to strength.
Just 1, so 9.
No, for 1 blood point, you +2 to your strength.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm assuming that's
9.
Sorry, I lost count. But yeah, we'll say 9 dice.
No, we're good.
And the same thing, you can aim for his head if you want, with a -2.
Yeah, why not?
Okay, so roll them bones. -2, so
Let's
that would
see
be
what
8
happens.
dice. Oh no, 7 dice.
7. Okay. 7d10. Yes.
Oh,
No, wait.
no,
There's the 1.
You've got 110.
You got 110, and there is an 8 there,
So-
and it does explode. See, I think if
So
you've
you've
got
got
1
2
more
successes.
success, that would change it slightly because that's 3 successes.
So roll your 10, explode.
So roll 1 more
Come
dice.
on. Come on.
No. It doesn't knock him out, but you wallop him right under the chin, and he flies through the air and lands on his back, and he will miss his next turn. He'll miss his next turn because he's just completely taken surprise. But unfortunately, we do go to our other character, our other security guard, who sees this strange person literally appear in front of them, and he instantly. He's so surprised. He's going to spend his turn reaching for his gun.
Okay.
Try and reach for his gun as he dodges your punch, and he kind of fumbles about, but he's going to go for his gun. But we'll go to your 2 on the next turn. So 1 guard is reaching for his gun. The other one is on the ground at the moment. He could get back up. And we'll go to Lewis as you're top of the queue.
Home run.
Okay, I'm going to, as he's staring at me, and as I'm like, hello, pass me a gun. And I'm going to try and majesty him and get him to give me the gun.
Oh.
Is it a battle though? He can't do it. I don't know.
It's a fight and flight. It's not like dominate. It's a weird one. It's not.
Okay, fair enough. Then.
I must admit, it'll be lots of penalties.
Worst comes, his things are desperate now. I'm just going to bite into his face.
That's fine. That's fine.
Do it.
So this would be a grapple. So you roll to see if you can initiate grapple.
Have I still got the strength from the blood before?
No, that's only lasts for 1 turn. So
okay,
it's
cool.
a different turn now. So now it's your brawl plus your strength.
So I've got brawl 2, strength 2. I'm going to use another blood point.
Okay.
So that's going to be 2, 4, 6 before any minuses.
Yep, 6. Okay, so roll 6 dice, and he's going to roll 3 plus 2. So he's going to roll. He's only basic 2. He's going to roll 5 dice. See what happens.
2 successes, so better than out.
Oh no, actually, you just do that, don't you? Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I'm in a minus. Okay, yeah, you grapple him successfully. And no.
That's it, isn't it? Now until I've grappled him. So now
I think that's it. I think next turn you decide what to do. Decide what happens. So you're grappling with him at the moment. Emily, you'll go. You still have this character. He's kind of he's a bit dazzled and a bit kind of confused as he's trying to get back up and see you.
I'm gonna move to pin him to the ground so he can't get back up. Just so then I could quickly end the fight.
Okay, that's another just a brawl strength plus figure roll. Minus his defense because he's aware of you now, so -2 as you try and grapple him. Yeah, and you may spend blood points and whatever to up the dice roll up to.
Yeah, why not? So, but it would still be 2, so still.
You may spend 2 blood points per turn because of your blood potency, and for each blood point you spend on your attribute, you +2 to it.
Okay.
So 1 blood point and up your strength by 2, or spend 2 blood points and up it by 4.
No, not that much.
I'll just
I'll do the 1.
Okay, 1 blood point.
So 7d10.
It says 10, but -2. Yeah, 1 success. So you grapple him, you pin him to the ground, you kind of jump on him, and it is a position you can do where you can just hold them down. So they can't do anything this turn. We'll go back to Lewis, and you simply just want to bite him. I think due to the shock, and I think this could be normal.
Is that about the thing you can do if you're a vampire? Because I'm used to playing like a hunter in our last game, so I couldn't really bite anyone with my fangs.
No, you can bite people in hunter. It just doesn't do much. It's just bashing.
Well, yeah. I mean, like, could I basically chomp into his face and feed off him and just drain him?
Oh, you can just bite. I won't let you roll. I think that's fine. You can grapple him.
So run up to him, punch him, does nothing. Yeah. He goes to reach for his gun because he's in shock. So I just like flip him on the floor, and he looks up, and it's almost as if I'm going to kiss him, but he feels teeth in his mouth and his lips, and I just chomp into his face and start to feed.
You drain. Well,
and I don't stop.
Rolls and other stuff. We'll do that at the end of the scene.
Yeah, I don't stop. I've used quite a lot of blood anyway, and I need him to die so Astrid doesn't get put in the ground. So yeah, how many points I got?
Astrid will do a similar thing for you if you just want to eat and describe away how that happens. I'm just going to be gone for 1 second. I'll be right back. But describe your thoughts and feelings. You're sending these souls to the grave.
2 down, 8 to go.
But what do you do? What do you do? Do you bite him on the face or bite him on the neck? Or
I'm gonna bite him on the freaking neck. I'm gonna get back those points that I spent.
And yeah, I wonder how long it takes us to basically drain them. Not that long, I don't think.
Shouldn't be that long. I mean, mine's incapacitated already, kind of on the ground.
Yeah, because I'm usually used to doing this when you don't want to kill people, but actually feeding off someone you want to die is a bit of a different matter. And yeah, we're there. So we're both there in the graveyard.
2 down, 8 to go.
2 down, 8 to go. And so like Aidan kind of gets up and he's now like feeling basically the buzz and the ecstasy of just feeding off someone. Fucking hell, that boy was a good kisser. I tell you that much.
You French him.
No, I didn't have a chance to do that. Oh, actually, is he tongue?
She's just kind of, adrenaline rush, kind of like. I'm just like, yeah, all right, I can do this.
Well, what we are is cruel, but at least they die happy. I mean, it's, how else would you want to go?
Yeah, true. Oh, and now we get message from our from your nephew.
Sasha's here.
So Sasha's awake. Played off that he looked at his alarm and be like, "Oh no, I'm late."
Okay, I missed that bit, but so as our players are just like and yes, the 2 guys in front of them are drained, their blood and life force and sort of slightly mummified, and the players see before them an entrance, sort of a semi-built staircase that seems to lead down or further.
Do we sense, like, as we are banshees, and then we've actually, because we sense the passing of death, so we sense these 2 guys die as well.
You sense, actually, yes, you would sense that presence of that spirit, the one
And then do we sense the entity of the gravedigger as well? Is there like another more powerful kind of soul kind of comes up and just...
Yes, you sense, actually it overwhelms the two souls you just kind of taken, and it seems to absorb them, or it's hard to describe. It's as if like it was two separate pools that have now joined an ocean. They just seem to vanish, no longer exist, become part of the greater pool, as it were.
As Aidan senses this, he goes, Jesus fucking Christ, we're making some kind of super spirit, it seems. Did you feel that?
Yeah, that's not comforting. It's not comforting.
Oh.
I will be honest with that.
Well, let's stay friends with the gravedigger.
Just to make it really weird and tense, you'll simply see like two like nodges being ground in the stone in front of you.
Oh, dangly parts.
Oh wow. And how much blood do we get off these guys?
Oh, up to your maximum. Each person has their stamina plus their size in blood pool. So these people are size 5 plus stamina 3, so 8 blood points per person.
Yeah,
you're up to 4. You're up to 40 training. Okay, so we will then proceed. So yeah, basically before you are these steps that lead.
Okay.
And I'm assuming
did you know? Did you actually get that? Apparently Nelson's awake, and he messaged us just now.
Oh, has he? Okay, we'll simply say he was behind you all the time.
Well, if he does manage to jump in, we can say
if he comes in.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll just describe the scene in front of you, and as he pops in, you can just lead the way. So here we go.
There he is.
Hey, the dead awaken.
Sorry, my notification just didn't work for some reason, so I fell asleep and wasn't told about anything.
Oh, okay. Message you.
Sorry, we did message you, but now it's all good.
No, I saw.
Yeah, we have a full banshee war party in front of us, so that's what we want, the family united.
So we're going to do it how we've just finished feeding off these two guards, and then all of a sudden our boy Sasha turns up.
I was gonna say, he'd probably run up and be like, "You guys
he appears from the shadow. I think it might be a banshee war scream going to happen in a minute. You're taking the first victims of the war in London. You could do like a banshee war cry as the group assemble. Sorry, I'm just thinking.
Okay.
You don't have to. It's just literally like.
Yeah. It's still quite early in the morning for some of us, I think. If we start screaming at the TV, at the screens.
Very good point.
Yeah. The sun is actually starting to rise right now, so yeah.
Well,
quick! We'll close the curtains.
We'll carry on the scene, Nelson.
And it's raining here. I'm so excited.
If you want to stop, you want to rest, man, just don't worry, just tell us. At the moment, Nelson, we've just you see before you your two other kindred banshee brethren, and they're just above these two corpses that are security guards, and you seem to be in the sort of construction site of a church at Highgate Cemetery, and you sense your kindred brethren in your family.
Aidan will turn around. He'll sense another beast coming, and he'll turn around and see Sasha, and if Sasha looks at Aidan, he'll see. Aidan is he's just fed, and he looks like a vampire that's just had his fill of blood. So he's got the blush of health. His pupils are dilated. He's breathing deeply, even though he doesn't need to breathe anymore. Where the fuck have you been?
Getting my own breakfast. It was kind of feisty.
Well, you've got more feisty fucking food tonight. Now we've got to get 8 more of these fuckers, so you can save your sister.
Ooh. Fun. Sorry about that being late.
No worries, but
what, you forget to set your alarm?
You know how late sleep are you? That can come in a bit of trouble if there's hunters around, you know.
No. As I said, feisty breakfast.
Well, Come on then, pretty boy. Let's get this job done.
And he'll come.
So what do we see now? We've taken out the two
Yes.
guards.
Yes, you take the 2 guards, and you see before you the staircase, spiraling staircase that carries on deep and dark into the ground. As you go forward, you see the rooms and corridors are sort of lit with artificial light or electricity from wires. And as you proceed forward, that smell of death and decay and that feeling of lost souls just echoes around you. Not as strong or as powerful as it was in the graveyard, but it echoes as if thousands of souls have passed through the corridors to these places, and many of them have met an unfortunate end. And
You know,
as you
I never get used to this feeling, but I kind of like it now. It's very odd.
Get used to it. It's kind of like you just get used to it. Get used to a smell.
Yeah, very true.
there is something, again, it's like the sound of the sea. There's something overwhelming yet calming about it. It calls to you, and you want to go swimming. It's that sort of feeling. But you know now not to do that.
No, I don't want to swim anymore. I don't need a nap. I'm good.
But it was so much fun. It was so relaxing, so calm. And anyway, that's the feeling of it. That's the feeling of the banshees, the call of the sea, the call of the realm of the. But it's not so powerful here. You still feel it. And as you proceed, I'm assuming you're proceeding forward somewhat stealthily, trying to draw attention or any sort of.
I assume as we're going down there, Aidan will turn to Sasha and Astrid. Let's just try and be a bit more quiet now. And Sasha, be careful. There's a lot of powerful spirits around here, and they may want to wear you like a fucking skin suit. So, just if you feel anything weird going on, just let us know.
And he'll nod. And with the smell, he'll like sniff. Smells like hold on, Sasha. And he'll just smile and smirk. And yeah, he'll just smirk and keep going.
Oh well, she must have been a lovely lady.
He really wasn't.
Okay, and then I assume we keep stealthily going down.
Stealthily going down. So as you proceed, the place is a massive labyrinth, like tunnels and paths that lead everywhere. And again, the dead always seem to be whispering at the back of your mind, the back of your ears. And it seems to lead you to like very large rooms. And they seem to be like collapsed churches or old pagan ruins that seem to have sort of sunk into the ground and have become a part of the labyrinth. You see like old Christian crosses like to the walls. You see sort of pagan balls like etched or painted on the walls. It goes on for some time. You kind of gauge your bearings. And at this point, we've done the roll earlier. Stuff. Nelson, you didn't do that roll, but that's fine. Just ignore that for now. And as you proceed further onwards, you kind of head towards the area where you can hear the noise. And actually, your kindred senses pick up. You can hear the heartbeats, the smell of blood, the smell of food nearby, and you're heading in that general direction. But as you're walking forward, where would you be, Aidan?
I'm at the front.
You're at the front. Okay.
Stealthy, because I'm stealthy.
You're very stealthy. As you proceed forward,
I don't unstealth.
You suddenly just hear a clicking sound. As something has just activated, something's happened, and you realise the pedal, the thing in front of your foot, is sunk into the ground. And as you look up, the wall opens up, and this burst of flames goes straight into your face. And this would be the critical failure that you rolled earlier, as unstealth come through. So this will be your next. As he is in the front, he takes the brunt of it. The other two players will be.
Can I use? We were saying how resilience work. Can I use a blood point?
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Yes. It's a reflective action, so you can do that anytime.
Okay. So
but we'll see what the damage is. So this will be your dexterity and athletics, and how many successes you get minus the damage.
Okay.
This is you trying to dodge the flame.
Dexterity 2, athletics 2. So he's no couch potato, but he's not exactly Linford Christie either. So okay, 4 dice 10.
Just him or us?
I'm a toast. My face is toast.
Oh dear. Oh dear. You. So what is your resilience?
Might just resilience by itself.
Yeah. How many dots of resilience have you got?
Resilience. I've got 2.
2. Okay, that does negate some of the damage.
Yeah.
So you spend. It's a reflective action. So you spend a blood point to activate your resilience. To your beast automatically activates it. It knows it senses the flame, the fire. And it comes from like the side of the wall, and Sasha and should you see before you Aiden in front of you, and suddenly he just becomes enveloped in flame and fire and burns in front of his face. And Lewis, you suffer 4 points of aggravated damage. 2 are converted to lethal damage. It's your resilience. So 2 points, 2 lethal and 2 aggravated, as your face, let's say your hands and a bit of your face is like enveloped in the flame. And we may need to trigger a frenzy test later, but for now, we'll gauge what's happening. And I think, let's do a frenzy test now, because this fire
2 lethal and 2 ag and 2 lethal, then, yeah?
Well, same just for you, Lewis, because you've suffered the damage. The other 2, you're beasts, you're aware of what's happening, but you're okay, so you're fine. So, Lewis, if you can give me a composure and a resolve roll, but -3 because you've suffered a lot of damage, and your beast is just telling you to run away.
Composure 3, resolve 2, so I've got 2 dice.
But -3. Oh yeah, so 2 dice.
Yeah, so
because your beast has just gone. What the hell was that?
Come on! Oh, I explode!
Oh, you explode. You get the 1. That's good.
Sweet baby Jesus.
So you're still in control. You're still in control. Oh, so it's 1 success. That's fine. So you're still there, Lewis. So basically, your hand is slightly burnt, but it's not like a burn of a mortal. Your flesh is bubbling or evaporating. The bone is exposed. The flesh is exposed. It's unnatural burn.
Oh, so we could say, actually, if you're saying that it is as if his flesh is actually bubbling away because he's got 2 lethal in the face, 2 aggravating the face, then he turns around and it's almost like you can see like a skull face grimace with the face coming down. The lips been burnt away, the skin's been burnt away around the eyes, the nose as well. It's like, for fuck's sake, one of you 2 is going to go up the fucking front from now on. Fuck.
Uncle, I'll take lead, okay?
And he's just going to stand back, and he's usually quite jovial, but now you can sense like the beast is really up, and he's just radiating, kind of like fuck off, fuck, and so he's just going to stand back and have his hand, he's basically skulled face just in his hands, just feel. It's a bit like if you ever reburn yourself, like when you just feel. I can imagine it's like a really bad burn, but just radiating through your head. I don't know. It's just, it feels like it's not very nice.
It describes in the book as aggravated damage to a kindred is the equivalent of the world trying to remove you. You are evaporating. Your presence is no longer as strong as it once was.
So not only has it got the lethal damage, the aggravated damage is like there's
rule-wise, basically the lethal damage you may heal now. Aggravated damage you cannot heal until you sleep.
Cool, fair enough. Oh man, I've got a skull face now.
You've got skull face. That's there. That's going to be there for the rest of the scene. Thankfully, you've got majesty, so that kind of can work around it.
Look at that! You're all dressed for Halloween.
We're dressed for Halloween, and for some reason.
So okay, he stands back and goes, "Thank you, Astrid. Thank you." And he takes his hand off his face and opens his eyes and just touches his face.
Yeah, she'll check on him before like actually taking lead. Like take a moment to be like, "Okay, you good?"
I'm good, but I'm not going to want to look in the mirror for a few fucking days. You two are going to have to go up front now. You two are going to have to go up front. I can't show my face unless we really want to do these people. I look like a fucking horror show.
You do.
But as he's saying that, he's saying that he's using the 2 blood points to heal the lethal damage. So you can see it kind of like around the edges. It gets a bit better, but where he actually got it right in the chops, there's no
that nose.
Yeah,
the nose.
There's just the hole, like the hole in the eye. Oh, not very good.
Damn it.
So it's a blood point for. Is it a blood point for each?
1 blood point for each lethal damage.
Cool. Fair enough.
Good thing we just fed.
Yeah. Bloody hell.
Right?
So bashing damage is 1 blood point heals 2 bashing, but lethal damage is 1 blood point to heal 1 lethal damage. So you carry on, you continue on, and yes, you're in the background. Lewis, your PT, Ahmed, again, damn name, I'm gonna hit myself in the face in a minute. Right, you're in the background, and who's taking lead now? Just
Astrid is.
Astrid, okay, you're in the lead, and you proceed further closer to where the voices are, where the humans are, where the mortals, and it seems to be quite a few of them. We're talking at least, it's hard to tell, but with your kindred senses, you can feel many heartbeats. So at least 30 to 40 people in this area. You sense others around you, but mainly in this area, you sense that. And as you go forward, you see, it seems that the way that you've come through, you're kind of above an area that is below you. And that seems to be where all the heartbeats are, where all the individuals are. You all sense this. And you're kind of in like a hidden upper balcony area that it seems to be a bit off limits or a bit more secretive, cut off from the rest of the world. But as you proceed forward, you see, the banners, the posters, and it's as if you're on the rooftop, or like the rooftop structure underneath, in the walkways, the sort of the rooftop kind of balcony sort of walkways area. And you see before you, all these posters of the enlightened. You hear people talking beneath your feet. You hear the sounds of people having fun, enjoyment. Other people seem to be practicing in like a training room. You even hear the sounds of gunfire as people are sort of practicing underground in sort of shooting ranges. You can only assume it's the rhythm of the sounds of the gunfire. And
when she hears the gunfire, she just kind of pats her chest on the flak jacket that she brought, and she'd be like, "I don't think that's gonna cover everything." Shit.
No, and yes, you hear the sound. It sounds like small caliber, semi-automatic. Then suddenly, you do hear some other more faster sort of assault rifle kind of sounds.
Do I hear a shotgun?
You hear shotgun go off here and there. And you're suddenly realizing that this is like a recruitment center.
This is like a military operation.
Military operation that's happening right now. And it seems as you go further in, there is a lot of people that seem to be around this central area. And you find yourself like on a balcony hovering above this area. And it seems to be this massive hall, this kind of massive meeting place. Hold on, I did have an image. There we go. And scattered around are loads of people. They seem to be waiting for someone. They're waiting for something. They seem to be talking amongst themselves. There's tables and bars sat out. It's somewhat rough. A lot of it seems like they've self-made couches. A lot of the people you see before you, some of them are in uniform, the enlightened kind of uniformed, and seem to be controlling the place. Others seem to be sort of vagabonds or miscreants, thieves, homeless. People of the street, people just needing somewhere to stay for the night. And there seems to be a central stage that's set up. And this isn't like an old church. This is in a very sort of old church. And around this balcony, you see in front of you this big room. And it seems to be guarded off by a giant sort of chain or massive sort of gate. And definitely you can see the glimmer of something shining. You see the word supply room written above it. And there's a big sense, and it's heavily guarded. It seems guarded by 2 very massive individuals who are wearing sort of somewhat like body armor, and they seem to be holding torches, and seem to have like a bastard sword or a sword like pressed on their chest, and they seem to be very diligent. They seem to be very like medieval knights almost, as they're kind of guarding this room on the other side of the balcony, from above this massive hallway room. And there is a way to get around to that side if you so wish. And something will happen in a moment, but I'll allow your characters to react.
Jesus Christ, this is a fucking army.
And the hound said not to worry about the enlightened. I said to worry about the enlightened.
Well, you know, we can always just tell him it was a David when we're done, and then he'll go to bed nice.
Yeah. So. Granted, he'll want us to attack you because Eva. Great.
Okay, so where the fuck are we? Is this? And Aiden will look at the main room. Is this underground still? Are we just like further underground looking down, or did we?
We're on like a balcony.
Sorry,
I don't think we're completely underground.
You're kind of, because you're coming in from a higher level. It's as if there's many levels to this place. It goes quite deep and deep and deep, and as if you're kind of like in the crawl space in between levels at the moment. You're sort of in between the top level and a level below that, and there's a small corridors, and there seems to be larger spaces underneath you. And this is the main room you kind of enter or see before you. And it's a massive hall filled with these people. But the balcony kind of goes along the side, and it is hidden. It's got cloth and columns that seem to protect you as you go along the side. And opposite you, on the other side of this hall, is this place that seems to be the supply room. Big words kind of written on it. It seems to be guarded by these but that room seems to be above the main stage that's in front of you. And as you wait or talk, more people seem to gather. As if something about to happen.
Okay, so how is there a way we can sneak into the supply room?
Yes, you may. Something will happen before that happens. So there'll be an event. But just your reflection on your characters. They want to talk or describe more or react more, unless otherwise.
But there seems to be like an event about to happen.
Yeah, it's going to happen either. In either case, just about when you're about to stealthily go across or walk across, something will happen, which I'll describe in a moment. I'm just going to allow you, if your characters want to talk more or plan more.
Okay, so how can we stealthily get to this storeroom? Did you say we can are we like climbing along like the rafters kind of thing, or are we just? Basically,
yes. You're going to have to kind of either crawl across the rafters. There is two paths that kind of lead to the supply room, but definitely the two individuals guarding it will see you, unless you have a way to hide yourself, or you're very stealthy. And it seems that there are these kind of banisters or these kind of wooden beams that are kind of scattered along the roof, kind of walk across, but they're very loose, very not solid or secure.
Listen, I'm going to fucking suck up all that blood I sucked out that guy's face earlier on, including his fucking tongue. And I'm going to try and get over there, over those fucking things. Because to be honest, I don't think I'll be much cop in a straight up fight. Do you guys want to come with me, or do you want to stay on this fucking banister? Or if something happens, then at least we could jump down and just end up taking them on. Or at least what we could do, if we try and go across the rafters, if something goes wrong, and I fall, oh, whatever, we can call up Jonathan and the fucking ghouls and mercenaries out there, and they can cause a distraction, hopefully, that will separate the people down there. Does that sound like a decent enough plan to you?
Sounds like a plan.
Okay, so do you guys want to stay here or do you want to follow me? I'm basically just going to try and be as nimble as a church mouse.
I'll follow you, Red Skull.
Red fucking Skull, very fucking funny.
It's either you hear it from me or you hear it from everybody else.
Well, hopefully after a night's sleep it won't be as bad. But anyway, okay. But remember, use the powers of your blood for this, because we can't be making no fucking mistakes. Yep. They may only be mortals down there, but enough of them can take us down. I know you two are good in a fight, but still, 10 dogs can take down a fucking lion.
Yep. All right. Kind of stretch out really quick.
So I'll stretch again. You'll see Aiden will kind of stretch, and then I will use blood to beef up. You can beef up your physical stats, can't you?
You can beef up dexterity. If you want.
Yeah, that's what I'm planning.
You can do that. You can do that. There's nothing saying you can't. That's fine. Well, as you do this, we'll simply say, just to speed up the event. So Jonathan does actually radio in. He wants an update. It's been a while, so he's just asking for a basic update. You inform him of where you are, the location, the supply room, and they describe that they're heading down now. As in,
okay.
No, they're saying they're following you in now. They'll be with you within a couple of minutes. But they're saying.
Oh, are they following us?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They're following.
Come in.
Yeah, they know.
Okay.
They know. They're following you as you're going in. They know their orders. They know. It's as if are they kindred go in.
Are we telling them? Are we telling them the way we came in, so they follow how we came in?
Yeah. Whatever. The information is provided to them, and they find their way towards you. They're not going to be there yet, but basically, Jonathan, the individual, just describes. Right, we'll be there in a few moments. You better cause a hell of a distraction while we get the gold out of there, and that seems to be what they convey.
Oh, so we're meant to be the fucking distraction now.
Yeah,
Thank you,
that's
Jonathan.
their job.
Thank you.
He said that from the beginning. Sorry, mate. Hounds are orders.
Distract.
What the fuck? Okay. What should we do? Just go down there and just try and munch as many of them as we fucking can. You still need 8 dead people to see.
I need 8 dead. Oh, fuck. Fuck me. Because there has to be a fight no matter what, because if not, I'm not walking out of here.
What do you think, Sasha? Do you think we should go down there and just kick up a fuss? Sasha?
Nelson, are you there? Nelson, he might have fallen asleep. He might have fallen asleep. So he may be distracted by the.
If he's gone, you can maybe say he's been mesmerized or spooked.
He's been spooked and mesmerized. He seems to be distracted as you're.
If he comes back in
around, you can give him a poke and a shove, but it's as if he's looking at something that's not there, staring at a wall. You're both.
What we could do?
Don't throw him in the crowd. No, he's untouchable until he can come back. I can't give you that.
Okay. No, I wasn't gonna, how dare you suggest I'd say that? Right. Is there, when we look down at this room, is there two, I can assume if you look to the right, there's the 2 guys with the broadswords guarding like the good stuff.
Yeah, they're opposite you. They're on the other side of the hall.
Is on the opposite side to them, is there like a way out? Is there a doorway or?
There seems to be other entrances and exits all around you. Like I say, this place is a labyrinth. It's all kinds of paths and tunnels. You're not sure. Even with a good roll, it's very hard to tell without knowing.
Okay, well, it seems like our dear little family member
I'll give you, there's something else will happen that potentially may change your mind or give you another option. So as you're talking, as you're kind of planning and plotting this.
Is there a chandelier in the main area?
Yeah, go for it. There's a chandelier dangling from like the main area.
I mean, this might sound a little medieval, but I mean, in Diablo, you can drop a chandelier on some enemies.
That's very gaming type. But yes, there would be a sort of chandelier, or a very old kind of light thing there that's not been lit for centuries.
How big is it?
It's enough to take at least. There's a fairly big crowd gathering, so enough to about five odd people, maybe something like that. It's the size 10, so it's the equivalent of 2 people inside. So it's enough to take a couple of people if gathered properly.
Are they directly underneath it?
Oh yeah, there's loads of people starting to gather now, and let's just move the scene forward, and then we'll see what players do. So we'll move the scene forward. That the group, people start to fill the hall. People start to gather, and they start to begin chanting. They're sort of like speaking, "Bring him out! Bring him out! Bring him out!" And as it's chanting chains like martyr's blood, martyr's blood, martyr's blood, it gets louder and louder. Martyr's blood, martyr's blood. And it gets louder and louder. It fills the room. And at some point, yeah, as in martyr's blood. And at some point, the sort of rough curtain, the makeshift curtain, that's like the stage, opens up. And there's like a crummy stage light, seems to pop open or turn on and lights up the individual that approaches the stage. And this individual walks out. And he seems to just gesture and greet and raise his hand to the crowd, who all cheer, who all sort of marvel at him as if it's some celebrity, some praised individual. And this man you see before them enters, and he looks to the crowd going, brothers, sisters, welcome to the party, welcome to the resistance. And they all cheer and laugh, glorify him. And he describes to them, he goes to them, you are the chosen. You, he points to someone at the crowd, you're chosen, you're all fucking chosen. We're going to change this goddamn world. We're going to purge it clean, brothers and sisters. We're going to make this place fresh. Build it anew, a golden land, goddamn Jerusalem built on our shore. He keeps revving the crowd up. Loud,
oh man!
Loud. And as he goes, now I know some of you are doubters. I get it. But you must realize I am the martyr. I'm the martyr of truth. She raised me up. She got me going again. And I've been kicking undead ass since. And I've got to warn you people, London has been visited by the leeches, the long-toothed, long-fanged, undead, vampire, kindred, whatever you want to call those foul, cursed things. They're back in our home turf. There's already been 10 murders, 20 murders. Are we going to stand for that? And he sort of points the crowd that rev out, just scream out like, no. He goes, we're going to purge them from our streets. They rev out, yes. We're going to burn their blood that infects our city. And they cry out in massive cheers, beating their chest. Individuals like pulling their hairs out. There's a fanatical kind of madness to all. He goes, now, for all of you new followers of the enlightened, as one of the martyrs, I greet you. The third martyr, I greet you. My brother and sister were not able to attend tonight, but oh, they wish they could, but they're doing God's work, glorious work. And I welcome you to us. I welcome you to the new you, a you that will destroy the filth that hides in the shadows, the dark. Now, I know some of you don't believe, and I understand this, but we got with us someone who used to work. Wow, good word. Someone who corrupted themselves with filth, with blood, the damn. Bring her on, boys. And he gestures to the curtain right behind him. And before you, this individual, a woman, is in front of the crowd, and she's sort of red hair, somewhat pale and very thin, but is mortal, not kindred. And she seems to be chained up, and her face and her arms are covered in holy symbols that seem to be burned into her skin, symbols that seem to be carved and marked and bloodied. Hold on one second. And these markings have been brutally sort of etched on her. And he speaks with, oh yeah, burns and icons on it, speaks the truth. And goes, she used to be their prophet. She used to be a servant of God who granted our visions, who granted our wishes, but now she's become nothing more than an unholy blood drinker, a whore of Satan, diabolizer of filth. She says the kindred are going to claim London. She's seen it, apparently. She says the kindred are going to come and the mighty prince will rule once more. What do we say to that, brothers and sisters? And they all cry out like, fuck you, no. And the guy sort of escorting her punches her in the face, and blood splatters across the stage. She falls to the ground. And she seems really quiet. It's as if she's sensing something, as if her mind is elsewhere. And she looks up to where you three are.
Oh,
And she looks up in a way of just going, and then suddenly closes her eyes as if she's putting so much effort, so much will into these thoughts, and just simply goes. And this voice echoes in all of your minds, in all three of your minds. And it just simply says, save me. But with that, it goes quiet, as if it took a lot of effort just to be able to do that.
Oh.
And with that, this person will just continue ranting and continue to be.
As we hear, but she's not a kindred. We don't sense a beast.
Not a kindred, but there's something actually. None of you got the hound merit. No, but there's definitely something about her, the way she looks. Something definitely, maybe a ghoul, perhaps, but not kindred.
Look, Astrid, it seems like fucking. I don't know what the fuck's happened to Sasha. Let's hope he doesn't start walking around trying to shovel us.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna jump down, cause a distraction, and then you do what you want to do. Did you say something? Would you said to Astrid about your idea about the chandelier?
No, you'll just see her like really looking at that chandelier, and then the speech would start, and all the chanting would happen, and then she kind of turns her attention back. But she'll just be like, "Okay, I think I'm gonna drop a surprise on them. Don't be standing underneath the chandelier."
Fine. Okay, I saw you eyeing that up earlier, but cool. Well, this is going to be a Banshee lesson 101, and with that, he's gonna jump off the balcony into them.
Brilliant. Okay, yeah, you jump.
So he jumps down.
Yeah, this
off
is
the balcony and just does.
Oh no,
like,
epic hero.
And well, no, like just even not epic. He's not really that epic. I mean, like he'll just jump down, and there'll be a thud. He's not that. And then
he's not that graceful.
And then he can stand up, and he'll just look at everybody in the room.
Everyone, you just jump, and it's again with kindred. It's bizarre. You shouldn't be able to jump that height without going, ow, my leg. Oh fuck! What did I just do? But you just jump, and it's nothing. Effortless. And I'm assuming you're doing it casual, so you just got your hands in your pockets.
No, he kind of brush himself down, and then he'll just
brush himself down.
And then look at the crowd for just like the brief. Are they kind of looking back a bit like?
Yeah, some of them turn around and look to you, and they're quite shocked. And then more turn around, and whispers start moving.
Because he's basically got his Red Skull face on at the moment.
Yeah.
So
I know. It's obvious. That's something right here. So they all sort of slowly start turning around, start looking at you.
And as they kind of look around, he's just going to look at the crowd and look at the guy on the stage and say, "Demons and angels, my fucking ass."
Brilliant. Yeah. You. The
banshees let out of blood like the wail of the dead. So,
as you do that, it's even worse. You're shouting in a place filled with the dead, and you kind of scream in a manner that awakens the dead. The banshee scream is loud and vicious, and the dead hear its call. And as you scream, it's just even you don't realize the scream echoes even louder in this place. And as if you see sort of spirits or ghosts like start emerging or popping out of the walls. The bones and fingers seem to crawl out of the ground. Skulls drop from the ceiling and fall on individuals and people as you do this epic scream. And I think let's just do a roll to see how epic it is.
Well, do I have to roll? Because there's mechanics for infusing aura. I mean, it's...
No, I just want to gauge how great you'll be set out the screen. For each success, will make it better. Basically.
Okay, so what's the dice pool?
This would be your presence plus, let's just say a cult, because that's your connection to the undead, and then plus your blood potency, because that's your cult.
So what's in presence plus a cult plus blood potency?
Yeah, and this is just how much connection you have with the dead and how much they respond to the
So presence 3, occult
So for
3,
each
vitality
success,
3.
There's an extra something.
Okay, so it's going to be 9 dice.
9 dice. I think just roll them bones and see what happens.
Oh Jesus!
Oh,
Nothing. It falls flat. That is so good.
So but you know what? It's weird. It's as if you've hit on something. As if you felt something could have happened then, but it didn't quite. You didn't knew to. Not done it in a place like this before, and it's strange. It's as if the dead were just about to awaken. The dead were about to emerge, and everyone around you's freaking out and like really terrified of this. And I'm assuming you're going to put all your Majesty dots into this sort of screen.
So,
yeah, you can put as many as you want in. So for every dot you put in, they will -1 to their dice pool to represent the effect.
Okay.
But you cannot use that Majesty dot for the rest of the scene.
Because
so how many dots do you want to put in?
Everything.
All right, so all of your Majesty dots, whatever they are. So that will be minusing their dice pool to the rest of the scene because they're just completely taken aback and terrified of you.
So Majesty 3. So that's gone.
Oh wow, yeah, that's -3 to all their dice pools from now on because they're just so taken aback. And by the way, the other PCs, you've heard the Banshee scream before. Perhaps in battle, you've always thought it's just a war cry, but you've never heard it cried out like this. This is amazing. You feel ready. You feel good. You feel, yeah, this is it. This is when the fight happens. You're pumped. This is the magic. And as you scream, everyone in front of you just literally cowers or falls down or collapses around you. The only person that doesn't seem to give a shit is the martyr individual standing at the stage. And it's as if the wave or the Banshee scream just went past him or around him. And he's still standing there with hands in the pocket as if you've done something. And he gives a kind of mild clap. And at that point, he'll start slowly walking toward you while everyone else is just like getting funded.
Oh. Out of game, quick question.
Yeah.
Is
I know what you're gonna do, and yeah.
Sorry. Okay, just had to make sure.
Okay. So he claps and he walks towards you.
As he's walking slowly towards me, I'm going to grab the nearest poor soul and just chomp into him and suck and try.
Yeah, you do that. The guy, no dice rolls needed. Everyone's so terrified of you. So as you do that, they even cower in front of you even more. It's just terrifying what's happening. But he doesn't care. You chomp one away. He's still staring at you, still walking towards you very slowly. How many more are you going to chomp? Actually, no one seems.
How is he just basically like very nonchalantly just walking up like going?
He's very slowly walking up to you, clapping as you're eating.
I do. So basically, I'm in the zone at the moment. I've jumped down, done the scream. It was kind of like he's actually a bit fucked off because it wasn't as impressive as he thought it would be, and he wanted to show off in front of his two.
In some ways, it was better than
his niece and nephew.
It was still better than you thought. It's something like you was about to do something amazing, but it didn't quite pull off.
You're aware of just almost there. It's like, and that's the thing. Like he just sinks his teeth into one poor soul and just drops the body and goes, I almost do it, but I never fucking get there and grab another guy and just go jump into him. So that'd be 2 people.
And as you do that, the second person, the guards start to get the guns out, or get the weapons out. Swords. One of them's armed with a torch. Seems to about to approach you, but the martyr gestures them to stop. Like, don't go near him. He gestures for this. And again, it's just slowly walking towards you.
And so after I drop the other guy, let's say, would you say? I say he's almost a bit like a fox in a chicken coop at the moment now.
You don't need the blood. It's just simply.
No, he doesn't. No, it's like that's the thing.
You could spend
the blood. If you've ever had chickens.
It's just you're picking these people off the ground and cutting their throats and drinking them dry, and just.
Let's say if Aiden's really going for it, he's basically draining people, just losing all of his blood points as he's doing it to beef his strength, and just like ripping them apart, just throwing them.
Yeah. We may have to do a frenzy test later.
Oh, do a frenzy test. Do a frenzy test now if you want.
Well, okay, we'll do it now. We'll do it now. As you're building, you're working yourself up. You're revving the beast. You're getting the blood spell, and even the other PCs. You sense this that pumping of blood, war, death. It's starting to frenzy in you. You can feel it now. The beast is getting excited. But this guy's so calm, so fucking calm. You're chomping at people, and he literally does not seem a fuck. It's like as if he's looking at an animal in a zoo or a tiger. Slowly approaching you. And Greg, as he gets closer, and as you're doing this feeding, he just goes, "You're enjoying yourself there, mate."
I'm gone. Is he saying that I'm on someone else? I'd say,
brothers and sisters, see the villainy before you. See the filth, the foulness of what we fight. This is not a person. This is an animal, a creature. Spread the word, tell others, see the sin of man manifested. As you're just tearing into people and eating them, and they're just cowering. And he just says, but I will stand for you, brothers and sisters. I will be here, a martyr till the end of my days. Speaker of truth, truth always. He slowly walks more and more towards you.
As he said that little splurt of a speech, and then Aiden will just drop the next body and just try. Am I going to have to roll frenzy so I can say something? Or
yeah, you can automatically fail and gain an extra XP point just simply for team roleplay. I think you'd fail. I think this is quite apt. Yeah, I think he's jumped down. He's done his little scream. He's chomped into people, and he's now this is one of the few opportunities in the modern knights you can let loose and actually succumb to the beast. So yeah, he's gone. So essentially, right. So what's your beast? What do you
ravening beast chomping through all his paw.
What's the aim of your beast? What's that beast wants to do? What's the focus of the beast? To escape, to feed, to kill, to enjoy himself. What's the main core of the beast that you're frenzied?
At the moment, he's gluttoned. Let's just say kill.
Eat. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, basically, like just kill. Like essentially, he's like kill, like feed, but just kill. He's a writer type. He doesn't often the beast doesn't get that much of a chance to come out in him. So now it's like, well, hey, it's gone.
Okay, so you go, and you just pounce. Everyone's distracted, and actually, I would say this is a perfect opportunity. Even the guards from the upstairs room up to the supply room they're not there anymore. They immediately go towards the martyr, or head towards the martyr. They've abandoned their posts. This is a hell of a distraction going on right now, so they're no longer there, just to announce. And I describe this as your beast is just screaming out, and you look at the person before you. It's strange. You don't see him. Your beast can't really sense him. It's so bizarre. It's like he's not there. You can't hear his heartbeat. You can't smell his taste. You can't sense his presence. It's as if the beast is blind to him.
Would the beast just not be interested in him then?
This is the bizarre thing. It's not. You kind of frenzy, and as you do, it's not going for him. It's so bizarre. It's as if he's not there. Your beast can't quite sense him. He's like an enigma, a void. And as you go, you just start feeding on the people around him, and he's just smiling and laughing, and he's just pointing out how sinful this thing is. Look at it. Just get yourselves up. Fight it. He's telling his people, and as you're chomping on more people, you've killed like 2 to 3 more people. God, you tear someone in half. You throw their torso across the room. You rip someone's arm off. You literally open someone's head in half and drain whatever essence is left into your mouth, and you're revving away. But this individual is just not caring. Doesn't seem to care. And while this is all happening, we'll go to our other PCs who are stalking around in the walkways.
Well, once I see the guards are moving away from the supply room, I'll let Jonathan know that this would be the opportune moment to get the hell over there.
Yep.
But I'm going for that fucking chandelier. And
no, I think we no rules for this. I think I'm just happy to just let's roleplay it all out. I think it's wonderful.
Well, I'm waiting for.
What do you do? What do you do? He is literally just comes under. It's as if your uncle is just sort of roaming the room, jumping from person to person, ripping them
I'm
all
aiming
apart.
for him. I'm aiming for this martyr.
He's actually, the way your uncle's jumping around the room, he kind of moves towards more the middle of the room. As everyone else is trying to escape. And that's directly under where the chandelier is. Hell
yeah.
Let's do it.
Just do it.
Okay, yes, you find it, it's easy. It's very loose. It's only tied up very fragile sort of manner, very loose kind of manner. And at this point, you'll see Jonathan and the other ghouls kind of emerge behind you, and they seem to be heading towards the gold, the supply room area. You see them; they've got blowtorches and equipment. They seem to be already prepared to kind of break into this room to steal whatever's there.
Cool. I don't need to worry about them then.
No, they seem they're good. They know what they're doing. They're good. And as you unscrew the chandelier, the guy below you, the supposed master, is just laughing. But at some point, he kind of just looks up, and that's when he sees you. That's when he kind of notices you, and simply just mouths the word, "Oh fuck!"
Bye-bye.
As the chandelier, this is a very heavy metal, bronze kind of chandelier, and it lands on him and completely crushes him. You see his limbs explode, his arms fall apart, his head opens up, you see his face kind of, as this metal bronze thing just lands on him and completely pulverizes him. I would say only kind of upper torso is still there, as he's completely been just turned into mush and explosion. And now this is a scene of gore, as this one kindred's walking around the place, tearing everyone apart, and all this stuff is happening. And with that, the other woman,
we've already killed 2. How many has he killed already?
I think you're fine.
So,
cool. I just want to make sure.
As this is all happening, everyone's in a panic. Everyone's rushing around. Something. 2 things do happen. One individual, the individual who met the woman, change. She seems to overwhelm her guard, or tries to fight him back. She's bound, so she's being defeated. She definitely needs help at least. And another thing happens where everyone is running around in panic. One person screams out as this figure is just chewing and eating all these mortals. One person cries out, going, "Get the nun!" And at that point, this nun emerges. This individual emerges behind the curtain, and she's linked up to something and carrying something heavy. And she just screams and bears this massive minigun and starts to delve into the crowd. And she cries out, "For the saints and John!" There's this minigun.
I think this is a wonderful time to get the fuck out.
And it's primarily shooting at you, Adam, the frenzy and kindred in the center of the room, as you literally will take a full volley.
Cool.
This minigun at you first, and then we'll see what happens afterwards. So we'll do a combat scene with the nun. Combat scene with the nun with the minigun. Lewis, I've always wanted to say that. And with Lewis. Aiden, sorry. With the nun, minigun, and Aiden. And then we'll go to you, Emily, on what your character is going to do, what she's going to Ashford will do. So we'll do a combat roll. I think the nun has surprise on you.
Yeah, she can just shoot him. It's like a turkey shoot.
It's a turkey shoot. She's going to aim. So this is basically the rules for this is going to be like an assault rifle, but she's going to be firing full auto every
Is
turn.
there a minigun in the book?
No, but what I'm going to do is it's an assault rifle. I'm going to fire it full auto every turn.
Okay.
It doesn't need to be reloaded. It's just going to keep firing. Repeat. So this will be her. So it's going to be 3 + 3 + 3 for full auto. So it's 9 dice. What's your celerity? It's
My celerity is yada yada yada. Bum, ba-dum, ba-dum.
2. Okay, so
2.
it's minus 2. 7 dice. But this is going to be +4 damage. So for any success, you +4 to.
Okay.
So we'll roll for that. D10. 2 successes. 3 successes. So she literally turns the gun and just simply unleashes this volley of gunfire at you, and it causes like 6 damage in one, 6 bashing damage in one hit.
It's not really Aiden anymore. It's the Beast. The Beast is just basically going through the crowd. It's not even noticed. The Beast didn't even care about the so-called blessed one or whoever he was that was walking up, because it didn't have what the Beast wants. And so the Beast is just chomping through these people, and at one point it can sense something different, which would be the nun, and it will just look up, and so the nun will essentially just see this bloody maw and this skull face, and then she'll just let rip, and then Aiden would go like
now these are shots, these hits would have killed any mortal flat out in one go. But yes, for you, for kindred, it merely the bullets kind of go through you or around.
I'm still going to be quite hurt though. It's going to damage me quite a bit. It's like
it's 6 bashing. 6 bashing. It's a lot of bashing in one hit. And this is just from the gunfire.
So I've got 2 aggravated and 6 bashing. Cool. Okay.
Yeah, we'll go to you. You do have a few people in front of you, so it's going to take at least 2 turns to get to her, as you kind of kill or try to remove the people in front of her that's trying to protect her. She's got a few soldiers. You could roll for the combat individually, but I think it would just take 2 turns for you, because you're frenzy and you're very strong kindred at the moment. I think I've got to control your beast. I think if your character can survive,
I'm happy. If my beast is going, then take control. Don't you?
Yeah, I think your beast is just suddenly like, I want to kill this nun. I want to kill this creature. So for 2 turns, we'll simply say if you survive the damage, we'll see what happens. It'll be quite funny.
So this bloody mess of a kindred is now crawling towards the nun after it's just had the entire chest and face full of a minigun. And over all the dead bodies, he's climbing over the chandelier with the enlightened that's mashed up underneath it, and he's just like trying to get to this fucking nun with a gun.
She's actually hitting other people being gunned down behind you.
God, I wouldn't sign up to this little cult, I tell you. God,
they got tons of miniguns. Why would you not want to sign up? This goes on. So we'll do one more turn, one more little roll. So you're hacking away at more people, and then we'll go to Emily for your decision for as to what to do to help your brother, to help the person, or to help. So one more shot. Load. Repeat. And it's 7 dice. 3 and 3 successes this time. It's more damage. It's 7.
So
bashing damage. It's going to be. Oh, and it's a 10. I have to re-roll that. Sorry, it's a 10.
If bashing it, does it turn into lethal if you get more bashing?
It does. This is the thing. What's your maximum health pool? What's your total health pool?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I've got 2 aggravated, so they're kind of out the way.
So you got 2 aggravated. So basically, that reduces.
So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've already got 6 bashing. So
now you've suffered another 7.
So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I've got 1 bashing, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lethal and 2 aggravated.
Right. As a reflective action.
Bashed up, man.
No. As a reflective action, you may spend blood points to heal. So you may
and then
lethal.
The beast is doing it. So the beast is basically doing what the
yeah,
beast
you're
would
being
do.
shot to hell. You're being shot to hell. So you spend 3 blood to heal that lethal damage. So you're back up to I think 3 health. 4
Okay.
health. It's all bashing damage, but you ignore that. Kindred. So you are being shot to pieces. Your limbs are flying off. Your fingers are flying off. Your feet are flying off. Your face, parts of your face are flying off. You're still going for this gun. Still trying to head for it. And Emily, you see this all before you as for what is happening. And what do? You seem to have 3 choices at the moment. You can either try to help the lady, help the gold, or try to kill this nun. Entirely up to you.
Well, the nun and the girl are on the same stage, right?
They are. She seems to be kind of wrestling with someone at the moment.
So what is this like roof made out of? Is it wood or metal?
So what is made out of what?
Like the rafters.
It's wood with like
wood.
metal iron bars going through it, but it's mainly wood. That seems to be compiling pathway.
I know this is kind of cliche and just repetitive, but is there any rafters about the nun?
There's wood and rafters and metal and old boxes and all sorts of things above the woman who's been hassled by the prison guard, and above the nun as well. You can really pounce on the nun if you want to.
I'm gonna pounce on the fucking nun.
Okay.
Give my uncle a break.
Now this will be a roll, and we see if this succeeds. If this doesn't, she'll continue to shoot and at your uncle. So this is a big success moment. This is a roll you don't want to mess up. So this will be.
I'm gonna add as many dice as I can.
I think this will be your
willpower. Use
willpower.
I think strength and I think athletics because you're jumping from a height and you're trying to grab this person or drop on this person. So I think strength and athletics plus figure.
Okay, so
plus any other dice. Oh, but yeah.
6. So 3 strength, 3 athletics with the specialty in acrobatics.
Right. Oh, yes, you do. There's an extra dice. Before you roll, I would say minus at least 2.
2. Okay, so 6.
I won't apply it.
And then vigor?
Plus vigor, yeah. For every success,
okay,
we'll minus a dice on the next roll.
6, 7. Can I add willpower?
Yes, you may. You may spend a willpower. Please keep track of your willpower spending.
Yes, I have it.
Oh, good. Please.
So you've got 3. You get plus 1. Then you're adding your vigor on top of that. So what's your vigor?
I have vigor 2.
Okay, so it's 2. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'll make your rolling.
You may spend blood points as well, actually. Before you
yeah, why not? I just fed.
Okay, so you may spend 2 blood points if you want to really make sure this rolls. And L plus 4 to your strength.
Okay, so I'll spend the 2, so plus 4, so 7, 10, 11, 12.
All right, see what happens. If every success you get minuses her next shooting roll.
Yeah.
Okay. One. Oh no, it's still 1.
One of them explodes.
It does explode. It's just a 1. So 2 successes.
8 and a 10.
But that will be minusing her dice roll on the next turn. As you jump and pounce on her, she continues to fire the gun. So this will be her turn. So she'll be minusing. So it'll be 9 dice, but minusing 2 because of yours.
Kill the nun! Kill the nun!
Oh, now he's back.
Are you back?
Oh, he's back.
Do shit, Nelson.
It's 4 dice. So repeat. There'll be a lot less damage. So we'll see what happens. So repeat. It's only 3 dice. Yeah, 3. Oh, I'm not done with people.
Fail.
This is all very One success. One success.
Yeah.
It only causes 4 damage. I think as you land, yes, unfortunately, you just go into torpor. How many health pool dots you got? As the nun, as you jump and land on the nun, she moves the gun more, and the shot spread even further and hit even more people. They scatter all over the place and kill a lot of people, but the shots do continue on and hit our friend. And Lewis, how many health dots do you have left?
Oh my lord!
You
said it
suffered.
was.
I think it was like 5 health.
You said I had 4. You said I had 4 left that were
4 left.
Yeah. So
you know what? You're so close.
I'm
So close. I'm going to leave you 1 bashing dot, as you can reflectively heal yourself. So I think you can heal.
I wouldn't be upset.
Actually, we haven't even ignored.
I wouldn't be upset if you put me to torpor.
No, you know what? It's my fault. No, it's my fault. You've got resilience, and I didn't think of that. You spent blood.
Oh fuck yeah, I do, don't I? So.
Yes, you've spent blood.
2.
You've got resilience 2.
Not that great though.
No, that's enough. That's enough. It's my fault. And you would have.
So
that.
I can imagine at the moment now.
None
is just flying shots into Aiden, and Aiden is basically this bloody corpse of a skeleton just slowly crawling towards her, just with more bits of him flying off. As she just keeps like pelting him with this minigun.
Yeah, and it gets to the point where you're literally about to raise your hand to her. He's just pummeling more shots into you, and as bits and chunks of your flesh are just flying away, and more suddenly this thing jumps from the banisters from above her, lands on this nun, and she continuously tries to struggle and shoot you, Emily. I'm assuming, Emily, you just bite her.
Oh yeah. Oh no.
Smash her face in.
She's losing her head. She's losing her head.
Yeah, you just pummel this nun, and she's still fighting even towards the very end. She's fighting, and the machine gun still goes off in her hand as it's just spraying about until you literally remove her hand from her body, break her hand off, and you do have the minigun.
I have the minigun now. This is my minigun now.
Lewis, your character is kind of
Aiden.
Aiden is. You're still frenzying. You're so messed up at the moment. You're literally
he's just like he's
skeleton on the floor.
He's just like, look, I suppose he would like he's really mashed up. So he's still he's frenzying. So if he's frenzying, the beast will just be trying to grab at anything just to feed and get more blood inside him, essentially.
Yeah.
Dead or alive.
You keep calling around,
friend or foe,
and trying to feed and trying to sort of heal yourself, and it's so bizarre. Your flesh is repairing. It's not a pretty sight, Dave. No, it's not. So you're left that scene, and basically, Emily, you're kind of you've got the minigun now. So literally, you can just.
I'm cleaning house of the freaking enlightened. I'm cleaning house.
As you mop up, and literally, if any of that one does look at the banisters or the railings above you, you see the ghouls and the Jonathan group stealing like loads of this gold, like bricks and blocks of gold and gold jewelry and treasure boxes, and they sort of trolleying them around the balcony. One of them stops to see the scene below them, just going, "Fuck me, lads! I knew this was a difficult job." Jesus Christ! As they kind of rush around, Jonathan tells them to shut the fuck up and keep going. Don't look. As this scene unfolds, and I think carry on.
Well, as she's seeing like the gold being trolleyed out and everything, she's just thinking to herself, she's like, that gold better be fucking worth it.
And as this is all happening, I think we can kind of conclude this. I'm trying to think of a way to conclude the scene. Your character just keep shooting and shooting until there are no more enlightened around. They're either hiding, hidden, run away, dead. And I think we reach a calm moment where literally everyone's dead. Everyone's either run away or dead. And the room is just filled with corpses and bodies and blood. And you see Adam, your PC Adam is just munching on corpses. Shot corpses, feeding off them and growing kind of new limbs and growing sort of your body pieces back again and your face back again. And after a while, you calm down from the frenzy, but you are just drenched in blood, drenched in. You actually half your clothes have been torn away. You're no longer wearing clothes because it's just been shot off. And Emily, you basically reached the end of the minigun. The minigun's run out of ammo.
Fucking just throw it to the ground. Kick the guy off of the girl if he's done, and help her up.
Oh yeah, she just looks to you and she's in shock at the moment. She's completely in shock because of what she's seen and what's happening around. It's like, yes, it's shell shock. She's just nodding, agreeing to whatever you're saying, and she's just repeating like, "Get me out, get me out, get me out."
I want her name, and I want to know what the hell she's doing here.
It's too stressful. It's too much. She's not there. She's like shaking and shivering. And this site, even for kindred, this site is quite awful. For a mortal, this is just mind blowing. What she's just seen before.
Yeah, she's mad at like how much like her uncle has been pushed, and that's what the minigun was for. She was like blowing off the steam and everything. And so when she got done, she threw it down. She asked, and not getting the answer she wanted, she said, "Fuck it, come on, let's go." We'll call Sasha down. Like, get your fucking ass down here now.
And he'll come.
Oh, okay. Sorry, Nelson, I didn't realize you was back. So yes, you come back from you was away. You was kind of drawn into the deep, dark sea that is death, and you see before you this nightmare scene of.
Could you? Could you maybe see the gravedigger took over Sasha?
I think the gravedigger was just took over Sasha. Was what?
Yeah, he was just taking his tally of souls.
He was making
more.
He was making tallies on the wall with his fingernail, with his kindred fingernail, etching the tally on the wall as it got above 10, more than 10, and more and more and more. And I think at this point, yeah, we'll do something later. Because we'll come to a conclusion. As Lewis, you come out of your frenzy, I think you are covered in gore, blood, intestines. It's not bile, and I don't know how.
Well, basically, when he jumped down from the balcony and he let out the banshee scream, and then the last thing he really remembers is biting into the first of the cult people, and then after that, it's a blank. Almost like a blackout with drunk, and so he finds himself standing.
Oh my god!
Bless you.
Thank you.
So he finds himself standing there, just his clothes in tatters, and obviously his face still hurts. He remembers that he got his skin burnt off his face, but he's like, "What the fuck happened?" And he's looking around because he remembers nothing. He remembers nothing of the big. He remembers nothing. But essentially, what's happened in the big fight. He doesn't know what's happened. The beast was there, and not him. And then he looks up at Astrid, and then he looks over at Sasha, and Sasha's been doing these weird little marks in the wall, and he looks up at Jonathan the Gore and all the little gang, and I suppose, are they still taking gold? Or are they kind of finishing the job?
They're just about finishing the job. Like the last of them gets out of there. And he gives you a bit of a wave and a thumbs up. It's good. As he looks to you and going, "Yeah, I'm getting out of this shit." And just simply wanders off into the dark.
Let's just fucking go. Let's go. And with that, how would we have to climb up the wall to go back to where we came? I suppose wouldn't we?
You climb up the wall, but that's fine. You've got figure strength, whatever blood potency. You can climb up the wall easily enough. And I think, yes, you three leave the scene.
And at one point, he'll just turn to Astrid and Sasha and go, "Well, that wasn't what I expected, but that's the job done. At least the hound should be happy now." Jonathan. And he turns around to talk to the ghoul.
Oh, Jonathan. Yeah, Jonathan's literally in front of you, wheeling like a big cachet of gold.
Okay.
We're talking.
How does Jonathan react to the fact that Aiden's got like a skull face essentially?
Yeah, he's looking at you, and he's looking at the gold in front of you, and he just simply cries out, "Oh, this is gonna be a weekend to remember, boss."
Well, I need to go home. I need to fucking sleep for a day or two. Look, do me a favor. Can you drop me back when you drop this stuff off back to the hound?
Oh yeah. Come with us. We'll give you a list.
Thank you very much, and it was a pleasure to.
just kind of running along.
And it was a pleasure doing business with both of you. I'll speak to you soon.
All right. I'm gonna take this one back with me, get her cleaned up, and then take her to the Hound.
Good job. And is that woman still? Is she still just dazed or?
The woman's confused. She's in shock, and she is quite out of it, even with the kind of what's happened. She's just, if she's looking elsewhere, as if her sight is not looking here. It's bizarre to describe. You don't sense the sensation of ghost. But with that, yeah, she just follows. She obeys anything, does anything. She simply just get out.
With that, even though Aiden's quite healed, I'm sure just waking up after the beast has just taken over your skin's quite tiring. So he's going to go with Jonathan, and Jonathan's going to drop him back at his haven.
Okay. And I think, unless there are any other final thoughts, happy end scene. This horror show.
Horror show indeed.
My God, people, have you got any comedy? No, we end the scene with our kindred, the banshees, living up to their name as a war party, bloody, frenzied party. They've left behind them a massacre. The Enlightenment, fortunes, their realm, their own territory, with the death of a martyr himself, one of the 3 martyrs that rule the city.
Yeah, buddy.
And as always, appreciated the love of gold, as the ghouls proceed to carry the gold back to the Hound for whatever. And our 3 characters who are now bloodied, fresh with a kill, fresh with a hunt, and a sensation of victory, no less. And with that, we'll happily end scene. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the show.